Most women don't actually want to be thin. They don't want to live in the gym, and they don't want to track their calories forever. They just want to feel confident in their clothes, look more toned and defined, and not feel like they're always starving and constantly starting over again. But the frustrating part is, you're already trying. You're going to the gym. You're eating better. You're putting in the effort that you need to, and still, nothing really changes. So you start thinking, is it my metabolism? Is it my hormones? Or am I just one of these people that it won't work for? But in reality, you're probably just making one of these three mistakes. Once you fix these, everything starts to click and you finally start achieving that toned body that you want to. The first mistake is you're just simply doing too much. Most women think that more workouts equals faster results. So what they end up doing is trying to train 5 to 6 days per week, cramming loads of exercises into one session. You rush in between your sets, resting 60 seconds or less because you don't want to appear lazy in the gym. And then you deem your workout being successful or not, depending on how many calories you burned. But all that does is stress the body out and decreases the quality of your training. This ultimately leads to you having less energy, more cravings, worse recovery, and slower results. Because you don't get toned up by doing more, you get toned by training well and recovering properly. The second mistake, you're not giving your body a reason to change right now. You see, what you're doing is going to the gym and just doing what looks right. You do the same exercises, you lift the same weights each week, you do the same reps week after week, but your body doesn't care what you did. It only cares if it's being pushed hard enough. Because if it's not, it stays the same. That's why nothing is changing right now. The women who actually do tone up, they make sure that they're tracking what they do every single session. And then the following week, they'll try and beat that previous score. They'll try and get even just one more rep, a little bit extra weight, because that's what forces your body to change. You need to make sure that you're going in and progressively overloading every single week. And the third mistake, you're always on a diet. You just focus on one piece of the puzzle, always trying to restrict your calories and burn as many as you possibly can. And the problem is, you can't grow muscle if you're always dieting, which means that if you're never going to that stage of trying to build muscle and taking yourself out of a diet, you're never going to achieve that tone look you want so badly. With my clients, we program phases of eating more calories so we can build muscle, taking them out of that diet. Not only does this allow them to get stronger faster, build more muscle more easily and feel better, but they also learn how to maintain their new low weight and new low body fat percentage. Non-stop dieting is very harsh on the body. Not only mentally for you, it's hard to always be on a diet, but physically it causes a lot of stress on the body. It can reduce your hormones and it will have you feeling like you're always craving and always wanting to eat more. What we do with my clients is we schedule 8 to 12 weeks of dieting and then 4 to 26 weeks of maintenance. This massively depends on their body fat levels and their goals. Because when you do this, you don't just look like a smaller version of yourself, but a more shapely and defined, strong version. So if you are watching this video and you think, do you know what, that is exactly me, then what I've done is I've put together a little series of emails for you to identify the 3 biggest mistakes that I see women making and how to avoid them so you can no longer feel stuck in that same cycle and that rut, but finally start seeing your body shape change and tone up. To sign up to these emails, make sure you head to the link below, register your address, and then I'll send them across to you.